The strongest Sternritter in Bleach is not Yhwach's right hand. It's not the sniper who calls himself God. It's the one soldier that Soul Society never actually managed to kill. 3 captains threw everything they had at him, and every single hit only made him stronger. This is the ranking of the 10 strongest Sternritter in the 1000-year Blood War. The Emperor himself excluded, soldiers only, using nothing but what the manga actually shows. By the end, you know exactly why number 1 never needed a miracle. Because he was the miracle. Let's go. Rank 10, Bambietta Basterbine, the Explode. Her Schrift doesn't throw explosions at you, it turns whatever her reishi touches into a bomb. Powerproof, Captain Komamura sliced one of her bombs clean in half, and it exploded anyway. Cutting her attacks does nothing, blocking them does nothing. She forced one of the Gotei's giants to burn his own life away just to put her down, and on her way there, she destroyed his stolen Bankai for good. The floor of this list is a woman who makes defense itself meaningless. Rank 9, Bazz-B, the Heat. A mohawk, a grudge, and fire so dense it shrugged off the flames of Yamamoto, the man whose Bankai scorches the sky. Powerproof, Bazz-B claimed he could beat Captain Hitsugaya with a single finger, Bankai and all, and then Burner Finger 1 went straight through the captain's ice. One finger. He fought a frozen war of attrition against ice itself and was winning. The only thing that ever truly burned Bazz-B was loyalty, and we'll meet the man who repaid it at rank 5. Rank 8, as Nödt, the Fear. Forget swords, this thing weaponizes the oldest emotion in existence. His fear isn't the rational kind you can steel yourself against. It's irrational terror, without reason and without bounds, injected straight into your nerves. Powerproof, he eviscerated Byakuya Kuchiki, one of the strongest captains alive, while holding Byakuya's own stolen Bankai, Senbonzakura Kageyoshi, over him like a trophy. The image of that fight broke the fandom in 2012, and the Calamity is putting it back on screen right now. Rank 7, Askin Nakk Vaar, the Deathdealing. The most elegant killer in the Vandenreich. His Schrift calculates the lethal dose of anything, blood, oxygen, reishi, and then adjusts it so the air you're breathing quietly becomes poison. Powerproof, his Gift Ball Deluxe was dropping Ichigo and Grimmjow at the same time, and it took Kisuke Urahara, the smartest man in the series, plus a surprise attack from outside the fight just to bring him down. Askin lost to intellect and interference, never to power. That's why he's the gatekeeper of the top 6. Rank 6, Uryū Ishida, Antithesis. Yes, the glasses kid from episode 1 outranks almost the entire army. When Yhwach gathered every veteran Sternritter in one room, he pointed past all of them and named Uryū his successor. Powerproof, his Schrift, Antithesis, reverses anything that has already happened between 2 targets. Your victory becomes your defeat, your wounds become mine to give back. He went blade to blade with the Sternritter Grandmaster himself and held his ground. The most dangerous power in a war isn't fire or fear, it's the ability to rewrite the result after the fight is over. Rank 5, Jugram Haschwalth, the Balance. The Grandmaster, the man Yhwach calls his other half, not his lieutenant, his literal other half. Powerproof, the Balance takes every drop of good fortune that saves your life and pays it back as equal misfortune. Block his blade and the luck that saved you is converted into a wound somewhere else. While Yhwach sleeps, Haschwalth even inherits the Almighty. The Emperor's own future-seeing power rotates into his eyes every night. A soldier who moonlights as his god's replacement is not a soldier. He's a spare deity. Rank 4, Gremmy Thoumeaux, the Visionary. The most broken power in Bleach, full stop. Whatever Gremmy imagines becomes reality. Powerproof, he imagined a Sternritter into existence, a living, thinking soldier named Gunnel, who fought a lieutenant before being erased like a bad sketch. He turned a captain's bones to cookies, imagined lava, imagined the vacuum of space, and when Kenpachi Zaraki kept coming, Gremmy pulled a meteor out of the sky to erase the entire battlefield. So why is a reality warper only rank 4? Because the manga shows his kill condition. He imagined Kenpachi being stronger than him, and his own power made it true. Infinite strength, guarded by a mind that flinches. Rank 3, Pernida Parnkgjas, the Compulsory.
This is where the ranking stops being about soldiers, because Pernida was never really a Quincy at all. It is the left arm of the Soul King, a piece of the god that holds the entire world together wearing a cloak. Powerproof. Its nerves invade anything they touch and puppet it from the inside. Swords, arms, Bankai. Mayuri Kurotsuchi, the man who out-schemes gods, threw his modified Bankai at it, and Pernida overcame it, evolved mid-fight, and mockingly imitated Mayuri's laugh while doing it. A body part with a Schrift. Let that sink in. Rank 2, Lille Barro, the X-Axis. The first Sternritter Yhwach ever created, and the self-declared envoy of God. His rifle does not shoot bullets, it pierces everything that exists between the muzzle and the target. Distance, barriers, armor, other people, irrelevant. Powerproof. He shot Nimaya, the inventor of every Zanpakuto, clean through the chest from beyond the horizon, and forced Captain Commander Shunsui Kyoraku to burn his own Bankai and win by children's game trickery because blocking was physically impossible. In his released form, he became a literal god bird raining judgment on the Seirete, and he is still number 2. Rank 1. Gerard Valkyrie, the Miracle. The rumored heart of the Soul King, and the only Sternritter that Soul Society never beat. Powerproof, and it's the scariest mechanic in the war. The Miracle converts damage and despair into power. Cut him in half and he stands back up bigger. The more hopeless the fight looks, the stronger he becomes. Your own despair feeds him. Hitsugaya froze him. Byakuya shredded him. Kenpachi cut him down. Every single time, Gerard rose larger, laughing, until 3 captains stood at their absolute limit against a giant they could not kill. Read the manga again. Nobody defeats Gerard. The only thing that stopped the Miracle was Yhwach reaching down and reabsorbing his power mid-war. When your win condition is the final boss unplugs him, you're not a soldier anymore. You're the strongest Sternritter in Bleach. One more thing before you go. Every Schrift on this list is just a fragment, a single letter carved out of Yhwach's own soul. Which means the real question isn't who the strongest Sternritter is, it's what the full alphabet looks like when it goes back home. The Almighty. How Yhwach's power actually works, why he sees every future at once, and the one trick that finally beat him. That's the next video, and it recontextualizes everything you just watched. So here's the debate, and I want real answers in the comments. 1. Gerard over Lille. Is unkillable really worth more than unblockable? And 2. Did Yhwach get it right? Is Uryū's Antithesis actually stronger than Haschwalth's Balance? Drop your own top 10 below, tell me who I overrated, and if you want the Almighty explained next, subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the comments.